Egypt's artificial river making the most of water. Egypt is digging a 174-kilometer watercourse in the western desert to irrigate its largest ever agricultural project with reused water. Egypt's government recently started digging a 174-kilometer artificial river in its western desert to irrigate New Delta, its largest ever agriculture project, which aims to reclaim and cultivate 2.2 million fedans, nearly a quarter of Egypt's current agricultural land. The government has also been constructing 30 water lifting stations and a mega tertiary wastewater treatment project, Al Hammam plant, to guarantee a sustainable water source. The plant can treat 7.5 million cubic meters of agricultural wastewater per day, which, according to Water Resources and Irrigation Minister Hani Sevilam, is the world's largest agricultural drainage project, and its water is enough to cover a large part of the New Delta project. The watercourse consists of an open canal, while the smaller part is made up of pipes buried in the sand, Sevilam said. On the treatment and lifting of water, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi said the agricultural wastewater, which is previously poured down in drains, is collected and triple treated. We are talking about 30 water lifting stations, each of which is a great engineering feat as they collect rainwater against the natural slope of the land, Al-Sisi said. Sevilam said the cost of the watercourse, lifting stations and treatment plant is Egyptian pounds 60 billion. Agriculture Minister Al-Sayed Al-Qasser said the state seeks to achieve food security by expanding land reclamation. The project is equivalent to approximately 25% of the agricultural lands that have been reclaimed and cultivated in Egypt over thousands of years, Al-Sisi pointed out. The president said the cost of reclaiming 1.05 million fedans in this situation is close to 250 billion Egyptian pounds. The Agriculture Ministry spokesperson noted that the watercourse aims to strengthen food security, reduce the import gap of strategic commodities, support activities related to agriculture such as livestock, poultry, and agricultural processing, and establish agricultural and industrial complexes that link agriculture, the manufacturing industry, and trade. A week ago, during his speech at UN 2023 Water Conference held in New York, Sevilam noted that Egypt has a water deficit of up to 55% of its water needs, which is 120 billion cubic meters. Egypt is making huge investments to raise the efficiency of its water system, which exceeded 10 billion during the previous 5-year plan. However, it also reuses water several times in this framework and is forced to trade in huge food imports worth $15 billion, Sevilam said. Sevilam previously said Egypt is one of the countries most affected by climate change, noting that it is suffering water scarcity, high temperature, erosion, and saltwater intrusion into freshwater, which in turn will badly affect its most fertile lands, Sevilam, the Old Nile Delta. The water resources of the country include 55.5 billion cubic meters coming from the Nile, 1.3 billion cubic meters from the rainfall, and 2.4 billion cubic meters from underground sources, the minister said. Egypt receives a limited amount of rainfall that cannot be relied on, Sevilam said, as it's not adding that the government cannot rely on underground water as it is not renewable. Hence, the government is working on reusing agricultural water. The country, whose current population is estimated at 104.7 million, is expected to exceed 150 million by 2050. Egypt plans to overcome water scarcity by importing 54% of its virtual water, which is the embedded water required to produce commodities, and reusing 42% of its renewable water as per its National Water Resources Plan of 2017 up to 2037. The $50 billion 20-year scheme aims to optimize water use by recycling agricultural wastewater and groundwater. It seeks to improve water quality and to bring additional water resources. The plan encompasses wastewater treatment, desalination of seawater, and an overhaul of agricultural irrigation systems.